very good afternoon to one and all, and a warm welcome to one and all, including our enthusiastic students and our today's youngest celebrities who are the gems of our college. धन्य बड़े धन्य भाग हमारे, अंगना हमारे आप पधारे। आज यहाँ की मिट्टी में महक महक कर कह रही है, सदियों बाद लौटे हैं पाँव के निशान हमारे। Dr. A. Mahalle sir, HOD Electrical, Dr. J. Runte sir, in charge Student Welfare, Dr. M. Zape ma'am, our today's heart of program, respected Vinayak Vaidya sir, respected Ganesh Hazare sir, and respected Amar Bhaiya sir, to have a seat on stage.
Yeah, you already sitting.
Dear audience, let's welcome them with a thunderstroke clappings. विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, मंचावर उपस्थित मान्यवरांना पाहून आपल्याला कल्पना आलीच असेल की आजच्या कार्यक्रमाची रूपरेषा काय असावी, पण माझ्या शब्दात सांगायचे झाल्यास आज आपण एक अनुभवाचा सोहळा साजरा करीत आहोत. त्या अनुभवाचा सोहळा ज्याने ब्लॅक अँड व्हाईट दुनियेमध्ये आपल्या स्वप्नांचे रंग भरले आणि त्या रंगांनी आपल्या जीवनाचा आसमंत इंद्रधनुषी केला. ती ब्लॅक अँड व्हाईट दुनिया म्हणजे 1972 चे आपल्या कॉलेजचे इंजिनिअरिंगचे वर्ष आणि ती रंगीबेरंगी दुनिया म्हणजे या सर्वांची आजपर्यंतची 50 वर्षांची आंबट गोड अनुभवांची शिदोरी. Now let's first of all felicitate our today's wonderful guests. So first of all, I would request Principal Dr. A. Mahalle sir to felicitate respected Vinayak Vaidya sir.
Thank you so much.
Now I would request HOD Electrical Dr. J. Runte sir to felicitate respected Ganesh Hazare sir. Now I would request in charge Student Welfare Dr. M. Zape ma'am to felicitate Amar Bhaiya sir. Now I would request respected Thakre ma'am to felicitate Arun Davekar sir.
Thank you.
Now I would request Dr. U.M. Kholkar sir to felicitate Anil Kondawar sir. I would request Dr. U.M. Kholkar sir to felicitate Avinash Nampade sir. Now I would request U.M. Kholkar sir to felicitate S.G. Darvekar sir.
Yes, I am here.
Now I would request Jnaneshwar Ere to felicitate Nivrutti Gazre sir. Now I would request Jnaneshwar Ere to felicitate Ashok Gokhale sir.
Yes, he is very much there.
Now I would request Vaibhav Deshmukh to felicitate Jayant Vaidya sir. I would request Vaibhav Deshmukh to felicitate S.A. Narkhede sir. I would request Payal Gaur to felicitate Nisar Mamdani sir.
He is not.
He is there.
I would request Payal Gaur to felicitate Avinash Pawar sir. To felicitate G.S. Pingade sir.
He is there. He is there.
request Parimal Deshmukh to felicitate Ram Bapat sir. I will request Nandakishore Lokhande to felicitate. I will request Raj Mathe to felicitate Sunil Deshpande sir. I will request Muskan Jaiswal to felicitate Vijay Joshi sir. I will request Nidhi Kanungo to felicitate Vijay Kotpalibal sir. Pranav Bole to felicitate Kotpalibal Mukund Godbole sir. Ram to felicitate Prakash Apte sir. I will request Jaideep to felicitate Anil Mahajan sir. Request Jaideep to felicitate A.N. Alkari sir. I will request Jaideep to felicitate Prakash Kelkar sir. I will request Jaideep felicitate Ramesh Vadile sir. Request Sharvari Mahulkar to felicitate B.B. Deshmukh sir. Request Sharvari to felicitate Kiran Meghun sir. Sir, to give words of guidance to us.
But now you have more knowledge and you are equipped with the more resources, more communication skills and more knowledge and more books also. So don't expect we will satisfy your each and every question. Sometimes maybe we have questions we will ask. So please have consideration that don't expect each and every question query you raise by all our colleagues. Because we are now in this, we are new and you are experienced in every field. So please, this is my request.
तो चलिए मैं नम्रता पूर्वक आमंत्रित करती हूँ एक ऐसे नौजवान सैनिक को जिन्होंने अपने देश की सेवा में अपना तन मन और धन न्यौछावर
So Gokhale, we started our career in the same rolling mill and in same steel plant, mini steel plant. It's a different thing that a integrated steel plant you will see Jubilee, Rourkela, they are big ones. This is a relatively small but very effective and efficient. So let's go to the bar and rod mill part of it. In this particular primary steel plant and secondary steel plant is usage of scrap. Here we are using scrap for melting in the electric arc furnace or induction furnaces and then making a casting, continuous casting of billets or plumes and then making the finished product like wire rods or bars. So this is next. This is the billet reheating furnace view. In this, a billet at room temperature is heated to 1200 degrees to get a plastic condition and then it will be pulled out for rolling. So this is a furnace which is the starting point as far as the rolling mill is concerned. Next. High stand, that means 2 rolls, reversible stand with motorized screw down. This is a roughing reduction, that means heavy reduction will take place here, like 40% from one side to another. This is typically a gluing mill stand, but a smaller version of this will be used in wire rod mill and bar. Now already the rolling has started. A hot rolled bar is under process. A front end is cropped by that shear which is visible, and then in this particular slide it is from roughing to intermediate and subsequent finishing. But the intermediate stands you see they are arranged one after another. This is called a continuous mill. So continuous mill starting from roughing, intermediate and till finishing cooling bed. And this slide is showing the cooling bed under erection and installation stage. Although you have seen that this hot bar is coming, but the cooling bed is not yet ready unless it is fully erected and commissioned. So this is a view during the installation stage. Next. Yeah, here a view of a cooling bed when it is waiting for that hot coil and hot bars. The bars, cooling bed typically has got a length of about 80 meters and 6 or 8 meters in width, and the bars will be going from one notch to another notch and traveling towards the end where it will be cropped and made into the subsequent final section. Already in this, the final section has come. Next. Yeah, this is a cooling bed in operation. In this, you can see from one end to our side, the bars will be traveling, and a bundle of bars will be made. It will be cropped in the shear, and then it will be subsequently sent for bundling and finishing. So this is a cooling bed under operation. Next. So this is a particular first coil which was rolled in one company. I think you have not very well just come out, and in this you can see the coil will be subsequently falling into mandrel and then it's tagged and so on. Next. Here Mr. Gokhale is standing in one 5 megawatt electrical motor for block mill. This is a finishing mill which has got 10 stands. 10 stands are driven together by just one motor, and the reduction is happening in a typical 132 kV electrical substation which is the incoming from the power side, and then the next one is a electrical control room for a rolling mill. This will be controlling the process, and finally our product will be made. Next. This is a typical 32 mm EMP, thermomechanically treated bar, and in this is produced in the same cooling bed and same combination that we have seen. We are working on similar mills that are as a project on some other companies in Saudi Arabia and so on. Next. And this is a typically section which is showing ready to dispatch bars. In the ready to dispatch bars, you can see they are bent and made into truckable length and then placed in the truck for transportation. And some of the straight bars are, this is not a very good arrangement. Probably they are lagging to dispatch at this time. Thank you.
Ministry of Defense, which is called as the Directorate General of Quality Assurance. One way is to serve your country, to have the soldiers' life and fight with the enemies and save our country from our enemies. There are other things also. There are 3 different organizations under Ministry of Defense where civilians can also serve the nation. These 3 organizations are DRDO, Defense Research Development Organization 1. Number 2 is Defense Ordnance Factories, and number 3 is the Directorate General of Quality Assurance, DGQA. I served in the DGQA for 35-36 years, where our job was to do the quality assurance of various defense equipment, which will show in this video, to do the quality inspection or quality control and quality assurance of those equipments which are used by our soldiers. Very critical job, and there are many clips showing the laboratory testings also. I served in the vehicle department where road vehicle like class B vehicles, means that is our trucks and all that, and armored vehicles, that is Tank T-72 and BMP, where they are produced in the ordnance factories and their quality assurance is done by this organization. I think let us have a clip first of all. This is our national broadcast last year by my organization.
Multi-dimensional, multi-spectral defense stores. We play a key role at every stage of equipment production, right from its design, manufacture, and its exploitation till its final discard. DGQA comprises of 11 technical directorates with domain knowledge and expertise in the field of electronics, radars, armament, weapons, metals and explosives, armored vehicles, B vehicles, engineering equipments, general stores, naval warship projects, and naval electrical and general stores. We ensure quality and reliability of these equipments through our 129 ISO certified establishments and using facilities of NABL accredited laboratories equipped with state-of-the-art test equipment located pan-India. Special test setups are used for testing of explosives and ammunition. Elaborate tests are conducted to estimate the residual life of propellants for considering extension of life to save national resources. Guns and small arms are tested at our approved ranges. Guns are fired with charge increment to create pressure higher than working pressure to test strength of gun barrels. High technology optoelectronic laser-based instruments and target acquisition systems are tested for their precision and optimal performance. The entire range of telecommunication, electronic and electrical equipments undergo rigorous tests by simulation of harshest of environments for its quality and reliability such as heat, low temperature, tropical exposure, mold growth, corrosion, solar radiation, contamination, sealing, altitude, rain, dust tests, etc. The lab also has simulation tests for dynamic conditions of use in field like vibration, bump, shock, impact, drop and bounce. The Calibration and Standards Lab in NetCal system calibrates test equipments and automatically calculates errors and uncertainty in equipments. Indigenously manufactured assault bridging systems like Sabatra and bridge layer tanks are put through extensive tests of cyclic loading, and its wire ropes are tested on horizontal tensile testing machine for braking strength. Firefighting equipment is critical for safety of equipment and operations. It is tested on an integrated test jig for its performance. In the changing scenario of CPR and warfare, specialized protective clothing is tested for protection level against chemical agents. The activated carbon content is most important ingredient in NBC filters, and it is tested for its breakthrough time and surface area. The DGQA conducts evaluation of cross-country mobility parameters for B vehicles, tanks, BMP, and their variants over difficult terrain conditions, obstacles, performance of brake assembly, and steep gradients. All kinds of materials are tested for chemical composition, mechanical properties, and grain structure at metallography and metrology labs. Extreme cold climate clothing are subjected to detailed testing where the durability of material and longevity of texture is assured. Important life-saving equipment like bulletproof jacket is tested by live firing as per NRG standard. Naval and warship equipment directorates provides quality assurance of general engineering, electrical and electronics items, radars, communication and machinery equipments on board naval ships. Must undergo extensive testing on special test bed at manufacturer's premises. DGQA has been assigned additional responsibilities under Make in India initiative of Government of India. We are the nodal agency for facilitating registration of intellectual property rights of defense manufacturers. DGQA has also been assigned important role of certification of military equipments for exports and developing testing infrastructure for defense MSMEs in identified defense corridors. ensures our armed forces of its equipment being of high standard of quality and reliability, having undergone thorough and rigorous testing before they reach the hands of our brave soldiers. Jubilee is committed to provide confidence in quality of equipment being provided to our armed forces and continues to contribute in nation building with its eager arm.
So, my dear friends, you can also have the entry to this organization. I will give the two inputs to you. After graduation, you can see the advertisements in the employment news and other papers where the induction at the lower level. And also when you pass the UPSC, there is induction at group A level also. I was selected through UPSC and then got subsequent promotions. It's different. But the various cross-section of the equipment what you are observing here, these cross-sections of the every equipment, right from the shoe, clothing and the weapons are being tested by this organization. Whatever the laboratory cross-section you have seen and testing you have seen, we have got a live clip of the soldiers where they are using the equipment and testing the equipment also. So we can serve the nation by this way also. Thank you.
Word of guidance.
I am not going to burden you with technical aspects because I find myself technically zero. Okay? I am going to ask you few questions. I am going to share some of my experiences when I had faced some interviews during my MPSC or UPSC or at so many places. The first time when I was appointed as assistant workshop superintendent come assistant lecturer in government body. Those days, Monday to Friday used to be the college timings and Saturday only half day. All Saturdays we were working only half day, 10 to 1 o'clock. Otherwise 10 to 5 was the working time. On Saturday I got a letter from MPSC, Maharashtra Public Service Commission, that you will be interviewed for sub-engineer's post in Bombay Municipal Corporation on Monday. Only after 1 day. I had only 1 day, that was Sunday in between. Okay? Then Professor Dhande used to be the head of the department physics. Very happily I went to him and I said, sir, I have got the interview. I am going to face this interview tomorrow, on Monday. Any inputs from your side? He said, no inputs. You are supposed to be doing well. But the railways are not running. Mind well, railways are not running. So you have to take a bus and go to Mumbai. I said, from Khangaon to Mumbai? I didn't know because for the first time I was supposed to be visiting Mumbai. I said, I do not know how to go. He said, first you have to take a bus from Khangaon, then you have to go to Aurangabad. From Aurangabad you have to take another bus to Pune, and from Pune you have to take a third bus to go to Mumbai. I said, fine, no problem. How much time will it take? He said, it will take almost about 16 to 18 hours. So you must keep at least about 1 hour each gap for you to probably be waiting for bus to get it at different locations. So at least keep 24 hours at your disposal. So I started from there. Next day morning, whatever I could read, I read it. Next day morning I started at 8 o'clock. Went up to Aurangabad. From Aurangabad I went to Pune. And when I reached at Pune, it was 1:30 in the morning. Whole night I could not sleep. There was no question of my reading any book. Okay? I inquired about the next bus from Pune to Mumbai, and someone said the next bus is only at 3:30. I said, how much time will it take? Those days it used to take almost about 4.5 to 5 hours to reach Mumbai. Now it is almost about 3 to 3.5 hours. I said, okay, 3 o'clock or 3:30 or 4 o'clock, even if I take a bus, by around 9:30 I will be reaching Mumbai. My interview is at 11 o'clock, so I should have worried about it. But the bus came at 4 o'clock and it started at 4:15 and it reached at Mumbai Bombay Central at 10:30. Now imagine, I was supposed to be at MPSC office at 11. 10:30. I had not brushed my teeth. I had not changed my clothes. What to do was a big problem before me. So I asked someone where to brush the teeth. He said, दिखता नहीं है, इतने सारे लोग यहाँ ब्रश कर रहे हैं, इतने सारे नल लगे, किसके लिए लगे? जाओ वहाँ धो. So I went there, brushed my teeth. Then I said, कपड़े कहाँ चेंज कर रहे भाई? बोले होटल जाओ. मैंने कहा फिर होटल कितना पैसा लगेगा? He said almost about 30 rupees to 50 rupees. I have only got 60-65 rupees. How can I give 40 rupees for the hotel just for changing the clothes? I didn't do anything. I said nothing much. I have only now 20 minutes at my disposal. I inquired about the bus. He said, oh, bus takes almost about 15 to 20 minutes from Bombay Central to MPSC office. I waited for bus for almost 5 minutes. Bus didn't come. Then I thought of going by taxi, cab. So I inquired how much does the cab fellow charge, and he said it is around 10 to 11 rupees. I said, yes, it is within my budget. I can certainly take a cab. So I took a cab, went to MPSC office. Somehow I started running. I went to the room where the certificates were being verified. And when I went there, I found about 8-10 people. Some people with ties, some people with a coat and all that. And I was having nothing except my trouser and the shirt which I was wearing for last 30 hours. I went there, everyone started looking at me and but I didn't bother. I said, let me be true to myself. My certificates were checked. My number came. I went inside. And the chairman looked at me and all the 5 members, 2 at this, on this side, 2 on this side, and the chairman. All of them just started looking at me. Something is wrong with me. That is why, the candidates were looking at me. They are in the outside room. That is where these people are also looking at me. What should I do now? He started reading my profile for the information of all the members. And finally he asked me a question. Mr. Darwin, do you know that you have an interview today? I said, yes, I know, sir. I am aware of it. Did you take bath today? I said, no, sir. Why? If you knew that you have an interview today, why did you not take bath? You should be presentable. I said, sir, I do understand, but I had no time. Oh, whole night you were studying. You were preparing for the interview. I said, no, sir, I was not preparing for the interview. I was traveling throughout the night from Khamgaon to this place. Is it? But how? Why? Then someone said, no, sir, trains are not running, therefore he had to possibly come by the bus. He said, okay. See the words they used. Okay. And then he asked the first member to ask me questions. He asked me 2 technical questions. I replied. And then he said, can you narrate one experience in your life of Government Polytechnic Khamgaon, which is worth mentioning? So I mentioned that experience where I had cooperated with so many people cooperated with me, and the job of 4.5 days was completed by us in just about 1.5 days. Working all throughout the day and night. 2 nights and 1 full day we were working without going home back. We were working there, we were cooking there, we were eating there, we did everything, but we completed that job of 4 days in just 1.5 days. He looked at me. Oh, fine. 3rd member, no question. 4th member, no question. 5th member, no question. I was puzzled. Oh, I can't get through. I am going to fail in this interview. I came back. And the moment I came back in the same room where my certificates were verified, someone asked me, what did they ask you? So I didn't say anything. I just picked up my bag, came down the office, MPSC's office, and started crying. All throughout my journey from MPSC office to Bombay Central, I was crying. Tears were rolling on my cheek. I have nothing to mention, nothing to do. I said, oh God, why did you not give me enough of money to support my way of probably dealing with the interviews? Why can't? Somehow I reached Khamgaon. Professor Dhande came to know, he called me. And the moment he called me and sat before him, I started crying. He said, what happened? Don't worry. If you fail in one interview, there will be several interviews you will be facing in your life. Not the interviews which is challenged by the 5 members, but sometimes even by a single member. Your own wife may probably challenge you. You don't know. Okay? That's an interview for you. He took me to a canteen. We had a samosa and tea. I came back. And I was pretty sure that I will not be selected. Pretty sure. No questions by 3 members. 2 questions, only 2 technical questions and 1 non-technical question, and I said nothing going. After 15 days, I issued a letter under certificate of posting from University Office saying that you have been selected and you talked in the list and you are at number 1. Did I really face the interview? Yes, sir. What made them to select me? That was a big question. What made them to select me? Simple. I am not giving you the answer. You have to answer yourself. You have to answer yourself. Okay? In one of the interview, that was Assistant Director Metrology. Metrology means dealing with some instruments which talks about the measurement. Like you have vernier caliper, you have dial gauges. So he asked me questions. Which subject did you teach? What did you like most in that subject? What are the instruments that you have? What purpose do they serve? And then finally he asked me a question, Mr. Arbekar, do you have a surface plate? I said, yes sir, yes sir. A small metrology lab is having a very small surface plate. What is the size of the surface plate, Mr. Arbekar? I said, it must be sir around 2-3 feet. Good. Have you seen any surface plate of bigger dimension? Now I thought. Now his brain started working. I said, bigger surface plate means it must be very big. So I said, sir, it must be around 4 meters by 3 meters. Very good, Mr. Arbekar. Where have you seen this surface plate? I said, if I have said 4 meters by 3 meters, it must be a big organization. It cannot be a small organization. So I said, Larsen and Toubro. He said, very good. In Larsen and Toubro, which department, Mr. Arbekar? I said, it can be only in metrology department. I said, metrology department. He said, very good. How do you, after entering Larsen and Toubro, how do you proceed and which are the departments located very close to metrology department? Wow, I said, Finally I said, sir, now I don't remember. And then he said, Mr. Arbekar, do you know the gentleman sitting next to me is from Larsen and Toubro. बहुत फेंका. ध्यान में इससे भी आपको क्या सीखना है सीख लीजिए. ध्यान में रखिए. मैंने जो भी किया ना कभी भी फेंकने की कोशिश मत करिए. कभी आप पकड़ेंगे. I will just draw a small figure on the board and see in it. Yes, please. This is one figure. Not my colleagues. My colleagues can probably give the interpretation or their perception about it later. But let the students answer, because I find that there are hardly few students from final year, and most of them they are from first year or second year or third year, something like this. Am I right? Yes. Good. Because final year students are too busy to attend. I don't know. Okay. What do you see? Come on. How can what do you see? What do you see in this? Whatever that comes to your mind, nothing is right, nothing is wrong. Come on. Yes. Right angles. How many right angles? 2. I can show you 8. Yes. Square. This is square. Yes, madam? Pardon? Alphabet. V. How many V's? 2. I can show you 7, 8, 9, 10. Come on. I can show you. Yes, come on. Big. This side. Huh? 2 W's. Can you please show me 2 W's? Can you show me please? Oh, mirror view of W. What she meant is mirror view of W. This is W. This is W. And this is M. Very good. Do you see kite here? Kite. 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 K-I-T-E. No, I am not very good in English here. I suppose I can converse with anybody else. Okay. Kite. What do you see? Workers are sitting on the head of? By looking at one figure, you can assess based on your technical competence, based on your knowledge, based on your way of looking at things, you see different things. एखाद्या माणसाकडे आपण पाहिलं की आपल्याला वाटतं की हा माणूस एवढा चांगला नाही आहे, पण तो चांगला आहे की नाही हे प्रथम दर्शनी आपण कोणत्याही व्यक्तीबद्दल आपलं मत बनवू शकत नाही. रिमेंबर दिस इन युअर लाईफ. आयुष्यात कित्येक लोक मला माझ्या आयुष्यात मला भेटलेले आहेत की ज्यांच्याबद्दल मला असं वाटतं की हा माणूस पण काहीतरी वेगळंच निघालं. दिस इज परसेप्शन. दिस इज कॉल्ड एज परसेप्शन. Perception is subjective and individual means of viewing the reality. Reality remains same, but people, those who are looking at that reality, are different. They are different because of their education, because of their learned characteristics, because of their several other things. Your makeup, the way you are brought up in the society, the way you have been taught by your parents, the way you have been told by your teachers. Everything has an impact on you, and therefore you make certain opinion about certain objects, certain people, subjects. Okay? That will be wrong. That will be wrong. Do you get me? In life, remember one thing. Challenge yourself. Don't challenge others. And when a person challenges others, he is in deep problems. When a person challenges himself, आज मेरा परसेंटेज कितना है 60% और इनका 98%, तो मैं 95, तो मिलना चाहिए मुझे 60 से 95. Can I get 60 to 95 in just about 6 months? No, this is too big a target. Fix your target for a small period. 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 periods, 60 to 70, 70 to 80, 80 to 85, 85 to 90, then you will probably reach 95. But all of a sudden, you cannot reach that. That's high. But if you challenge yourself that nothing going, मुझे आज 60 का 80 करना है, एक साल के अंदर स्टूडेंट्स को मिलना, उनसे डिस्कस करना पड़ेगा. I will have to understand as to how they solve these problems and how I can probably make myself ready for the examination. ये सब करने के बाद में आप लोग अचीव कर पाएंगे. Otherwise, बड़े-बड़े सपने देखना भूल जाओ. भूल गए. मेरे कलीग ने कहा भूल गए. अभी सपने देख के क्या फायदा है यार. मुझे देखो, सपने देखना बहुत जरूरी है. Your dream decides your fate. Dream decides your objective. Dream decides as to what kind of action, what kind of programs you need to probably formulate for yourself. Dream has to be there. मुझे ये बनना है, मुझे गवर्नमेंट में नौकरी करनी है, मुझे यहाँ प्राइवेट में करनी है, वगैरह वगैरह जो भी है आपका ड्रीम. डिसाइड फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल ये करना है. मालूम ही नहीं मुझे क्या करना है. और ये किताबी चीज है, आपको कोई फायदा नहीं देने वाली है. ये आपने जो 100% सिखाया ना यार, ये जैसे मैंने अभी कभी किसी some volunteer girl here, 3rd year student, I asked her what is shock and how does the shock depend on? Severity of the shock depends on what? She said shock. So many things she suggested. I said no. You ask her professor on what parameters the shock severity depends. उनको पूछो. शॉक में क्या होता है ये पूछो. Questions are not asked to you by the interviewer, which are not known to you, but you should know about it. शॉक क्या है ये मालूम नहीं है तो आपको शॉक लगेगा. शॉक लगेगा. मैं इंटरव्यू गया, उसने पहला सवाल पूछा आपके 50,000. आप लेक्चरर हो, आपने कितना घंटा काम करते हो? मैंने कहा 8 घंटे. 8 घंटे में कितने घंटे आप लेक्चर देते हो? मैंने कहा सर डेली अबाउट 2.5 3 hours पर डे. इन LIT I was lecturer so हार्डली सर 4 पीरियड 3 पीरियड दिन में, कभी कभी कुछ भी नहीं होता है. तो बोले वीक में 20 hours. बट डू यू नो दैट in our institute, it was BML, Bharat Earth Oscillator. You have to work for 12 hours to 14 hours and sometimes for continuously 2 days and nights you have to stay in the plant. Are you willing to stay overnight in the plant, Mr. Darbekar? And only then for my rescue, the man entered and said, "Sir, चाय लाओ." उसने चाय लाया। 5 मिनट के बाद चाय लाया और चाय लाने के बाद में जैसे मैंने कप उठाया, मेरा हाथ चालू हो गया। हमें क्या करना?
आणि तुमच्या जर्नीवरून नक्कीच म्हणायला म्हणेल की वेअर देयर इज अ डिटर्मिनेशन देयर इज अ डेस्टिनी. APJ अब्दुल कलामांचा एक ओळी पण खऱ्या ठरतात की उडत्या पाखरांना परतीची कमान असावी, नजरेत सदैव नवी दिशा असावी, पलीकडे जाण्याची अदम्य जिद्द बली पाडते. By asking you questions with your kind permission, so I would request our audience to ask questions.
फर्स्ट इयर इलेक्ट्रिकल इंजिनियर. सर, माझा तुमच्या सगळ्यांना एक छोटासा प्रश्न होता की पत्रापासून सुरू झालेला हा प्रवास आता आपल्या हातात पत्र सोडून मोबाईल असतात, तर या सुंदरशा प्रवासाबद्दल तुमचं काय मत आहे? म्हणजे या जनरेशन बद्दल तुमचं काय मत आहे? म्हणजे तुम्ही पत्रापासून मोबाईल पर्यंतची जनरेशन पाहत आहात, तर त्याबद्दल थोडं ऐकायला आवडेल.
नाव काय म्हटलं बेटा?
तन्वी.
काय झालं की जगात नेहमी प्रोग्रेस होत असतो, डेव्हलपमेंट नेहमी होत राहते. कधी कधी प्रोग्रेस कधी कधी प्रोग्रेस स्लो होतो आणि जसे साधनं मिळतात तसं प्रोग्रेस फास्ट होत राहतो. तुम्हाला माहिती आहे की एक्सपोनेन्शियल प्रोग्रेस होतो, असं वाढत जातो. हा रूल खूप जागी लागू आहे. इव्हन कुठलाही प्रोग्रेस व्हायचा असेल तर हळूहळू होतो, नंतर एकदम वाढतो. तसं आता झालेलं आहे, कारण आय टीमध्ये वैभव झाला आहे आणि इंटरनेटची एवढं आहे आपल्या शास्त्रांमध्ये. आय टी वगैरे आम्हाला आमच्याकडे आय टी नव्हतं, आम्हाला आय टी शब्दच नवीन होता. आमची इन्फॉर्मेशन म्हणजे माहिती, आम्हाला जनरल नॉलेज आम्ही नुसतं म्हणजे वह्यात मेंटेन करायचो. आम्हाला गुगल नव्हतं, क्वेश्चन टाकून आन्सर करणं आम्हाला काही माहीत नव्हतं. त्याची गंमत सांगतो साधी की आता किती फरक पडला. एकदा मी सामान पॅक करत होतो माय जेसी ॲक्सेस आणि टी व्हीचं ब्रॅकेट पॅक करायचं होतं. तर माझी विशेष म्हणाली खूप प्रश्न कसा निघणार, ब्रॅकेट वगैरे न्यावं लागेल, वाढेल सामान हॉलमध्ये वगैरे वगैरे. म्हणजे तुम्ही बघा ना तुमच्या यूट्यूबवर ते सांगितलं असेल. आणि मित्रांनो, आश्चर्य असं की त्या यूट्यूबवर टाकलं की हे पॅक कसं करावं, त्याने ते ब्रॅकेट कसं काही याची पहिली दिलेली आहे. आजही ती यूट्यूबवरती आहे बघा. तर ही जी डेव्हलपमेंट झालेली आहे अशी होतच राहणार. त्यामुळे आमची जनरेशन तर खूप खुश आहे, कारण आम्ही काय आमच्याकडे झेरोक्स नव्हतं. तुम्हाला आश्चर्य वाटेल, जेव्हा आपण जे फोटोग्राफी म्हणतो ना, आम्हाला काय करावं लागेल, डी झाल्यानंतर टायपिंगमध्ये जाऊन फॉर्मॅट टाईप करून घ्यावं लागेल आणि त्या फॉर्मॅटमध्ये हाताने आकडे भरायचे आणि प्रोफेसरला लोकांकडनं त्यावर ठप्पा मारून घ्यायचा. आज तुम्ही आम्हाला असं करायला किती ठण लागायचं, किती प्रयत्न लागायचे, पण तुमची जनरेशन अगदी 2 मिनिटात 50 कॉपी काढू शकतात. हे झालं, हे आम्हाला खूप आनंद झाला. तुमचंसुद्धा असं आणखी प्रोग्रेस हो. तुम्ही आता फोन वगैरे बघितले आणि वायफाय वगैरे बघितला. वायफायसारख्या बऱ्याचशा शक्ती आहेत. तसं आपण टेलिपेटी म्हणतो, आणि रिसॉर्च ठेवत नाही लोक. काही बंडल लागतात, टेलिपेटी असते का कुठे, पण मला वाटतं असते. जशी आपली ही आपल्या वेव माहीत होती वायफायची, तशी टेलिपेटीची सुद्धा अशी वेव असावी आणि कोणीतरी मागे पुढे ती म्हणजे शोधून काढेल. दुसरा प्रश्न होता ते एका ग्रुपमध्ये विचारवरून माझा मित्र जोशी ऐकले आणि तो ज्या ऑर्गनाइजमध्ये होता टाटा कन्सल्टिंग सर्व्हिसेस, त्याचे चांगले लोक म्हणजे खूप हुशार लोक, विद्वान लोक, त्यांचा एक ग्रुप आहे. आणि मला माझ्या मित्रात त्यात टाकलं. मी ते एकदम भांबून गेलं त्यांचे प्रश्न पाहून. त्यांचा एक प्रश्न असा होता की तुम्ही इटी म्हणजे एक्स्ट्रा टेरिटोरियल जे क्रिएचर असतं म्हणतात ना, ते जगात आहे का? तर त्यावर असा प्रश्न आला की कोणी मला नाही, असूच शकत नाही. कोणी म्हणाला आपण जोपर्यंत गुरु होत नाही आपल्या मानवाच्या ह्याच्यात तोपर्यंत नाहीच आहे. मी म्हटलं असं नाही आहे. म्हणजे मला असं वाटतं, मी विचार मांडला का की मुंग्याचे असते कीटक आहे, कुठले मुंगी आहे. मुंगीला हे माहीत नसतं की मानव काय आहे, मानवाचा फोन काय असतो, मानव लॅपटॉप काय आहे, कारण त्याला बुद्धी नाही. आणि गीतेतसुद्धा असं म्हटलं आहे की कुठली गोष्ट माहीत करून घ्यायला तुम्हाला ती बुद्धी असायला पाहिजे. तुम्हाला ती बुद्धी नसेल तर तुम्ही इमॅजिन कसं करणार? तसं झालेलं आहे आता. आणि आता नवीन जनरेशनला बरंच ते पाहायला मिळेल. आम्ही राहू की नाही राहू, तुम्ही आमच्या नातवांच्या वयाच्या जेव्हा आमचे आजोबा मला विचारायचे, आवाज द्यायचे, त्यांना सांगितलं आजोबा असं होणार आहे की दुसऱ्या गावावरून मी तुम्हाला बोलू शकेल, असं कुठे होते का असे आजोबा म्हणायचे. आता ते म्हटलं नसतं, आता आम्ही फोन उचलून कुठेही बोलतो नाही का. तर तुझ्या प्रश्न उत्तर म्हणजे याबाबत खूप छान वाटतं आमच्या जनरेशनला. तुम्ही आणखी अशीच प्रगती करा आणि तुमच्या जनरेशन आणखी त्यांना आनंद द्या. तर या आणि ते कशासाठी मिळालं हे जरूर शोधा. आणि त्यातून तुम्हाला दिसेल आजकाल संशोधन सुरू आहे व्हर्च्युअल वर्ल्डबद्दल, की आपण जे राहतो हे पण रिअल वर्ल्ड नाही त्यांचं म्हणणं आहे, ते सगळं इमॅजिनरी आहे. तर त्याबद्दल जरूर वाचा. आणि याला नोबेल प्राईज मिळालेलं आहे. त्याच्यामुळे दिस इज नॉट समथिंग विच हॅज कम आउट ऑफ द थिन एअर. दिस इज द एक्सपेरिमेंटेशन.
What advices would you like to give us to your younger self? अगर आप हमारे सिटी होते तो आप क्या चाहते थे कि अगर मैं इस उम्र का होता तो मैं ये सब कुछ कर लेता? वो एडवाइसेस अगर आप हमें दोगे तो इट विल बी वेरी हेल्पफुल फॉर अस.
To answer your question, I will take half an hour to 1 hour. I don't want to take that, right? So what are you asking for is advice for the younger generation, such as engineers.
What advices you would like to give your younger self?
Younger self, but engineers or any younger self? Engineers, the answer can be then short. If you talk about only younger generation, the answer could be 200 hours. So I will restrict myself to young engineers, what they should look for.
Yeah.
Right? The work satisfying, the work which satisfies you, the kind of work that satisfies you in this company, that company, this college, this university, this institution, this laboratory. Always pay attention to what kind of work satisfies you. Don't pay attention to how much money you are getting, which country you are living, and what kind of car you are driving. A painter who likes to paint doesn't mean that painter is rich. An engineer who is paid whatever $100,000 by Microsoft is not necessarily happy, right? Once you join the first job, second job, third job, whichever job gives you job satisfaction, right? That is the best reward you can get. Forget about how many dollars or which country or whatever. And my generation probably followed the same thing, except where there was no choice. For example, I wanted a job as an engineer. I never got a job, right? So I was willing to work in a call center. I was willing to work as a governee. I was willing to work for anything because I had to survive. But once I get a job, I have a choice. Once I get a job, I have a choice that I can do this job, I can go to this company, I can go to this government department, I can become deputy director of whatever. But if a job satisfies me, that is the best payment I get. Because if you are not happy in your job, there is no point in working. So look for a job which gives you satisfaction for short term, long term, etc. And don't keep changing after that. That's the only advice I give.
I am Amravati from third year CSE. माझा क्वेश्चन आहे आपल्या यंग गर्ल्ससाठी. तेव्हा एवढं ट्रेंडिंग करिअर नव्हतं इंजिनिअरिंग आणि त्या काळात त्यांनी इंजिनिअरिंग केलं. कमी गर्ल्स राहायच्या तेव्हा खूप. तर मला विचारायचं आहे तुमचा एक्सपिरियन्स काही एक्सपिरियन्स असेल तर आम्हाला आवडेल ऐकायला.
विचारलं रॅगिंगबद्दल. आता रॅगिंगची डेफिनेशन जी आहे वी डोंट कन्फाईन इट ओनली टू द कॉलेज लाईफ. कॉलेज लाईफमध्ये तुम्हाला जे रॅगिंग होत असतं, रॅगिंग कोणत्या लेव्हलचं आहे, त्याचं स्टँडर्ड काय आहे याच्यावर अवलंबून असतं. म्हणून रॅगिंग होत असेल ते कोणत्या प्रकारचं आहे त्याच्यावर फार अवलंबून आहे. ते जर चांगल्या प्रकारचं असेल तर इट इज अ स्टिम्युलेटर फॉर यू टू टेक राईट स्टेप्स इन युअर फ्युचर लाईफ. I will give you just the example. I had actually opted for oil industry and luckily I got a job over there. In that also the toughest was offshore drilling or the drilling profession, where the old timers used to be physically strong and stout. They used to have no qualification, but purely by virtue of experience they were holding certain positions. And when the young graduates like you and me join the organization, they used to look at you as odd men. And they will never disclose whatever they know. They will try to hide it and use it as a spade when you are required just to put you down. They will give you such type of job which will make you to leave that organization the next day. And since we had a desire that, okay, this is the job that I have opted, I have made a probably mistake. And as Mr. Vinayak was saying, that choose the job of your choice, not necessarily. Whatever job you have got, if you really put your sincere efforts, you can always tide over that particular situation, which those days we used to term as ragging. The senior people having experience, the senior people, those who are physically strong and stout, looking at you that what this guy is, how they will handle such machinery, how will they put so much of labor. And when we demonstrated, now there has to be some sense of motivation. And how you get that motivation? If you really know the definition of motivation. Motivation is you have to demonstrate in action to eradicate the inaction. Now all your actions what you take, if you really put hard work, if you show them that you have got that potential, you have got that capacity, you might be physically not that strong, but you have a brain, you have a qualification, and you can always make use of that. And when you show to those people that how I can make use of these things, they will be very much pally with you, and there will be a time when you are in a crisis, you are doing tripping. Tripping is a very difficult process. You have to coordinate the actions of 4 or 5 people together, and that time you cannot make a mistake because you are handling the load of about 150 tons. They will come to your rescue. They will guide you, sir, no, this way, this way, this way. Why this happens? Because everybody has got appreciation if you are really putting your sincere efforts. And whenever you take any job anywhere, your sincerity, doing that job, whatever maybe, it might be floor cleaning, it might be steps cleaning, it might be painting, removing rust, scrapping, scratching, you just take it with full joy. That okay, this might be my first step, and after that I am going to ride the ladder. My qualification is there to support me, to give me a push further, and a day will come when all those guys will be your subordinates, and they will have respect for you because you believed in sincerity, you believed in honesty, you believed in dignity of labor. If these things you really keep in your mind, you will find they are so strong tools that if you are an honest person, I will not name, but there are certain collectors and all that, those who had been honest, people are really afraid of them. And same thing happen with you. If you are putting hard labor, if you are sincere, and if you believe in dignity of labor, you don't have to worry. You may not go right up to the top, but you will go 2-3 steps below that. And after that, you have to just be satisfied that this is not my cup of tea, because for that I may have to manipulate so many people from ministry, so many people, politicians and all that, which I just can't do, so I have to be satisfied with that. This is my practical experience. People were hating us like anything. Initially, during training period, we were treated as Jamai, and we were given all luxuries and all facilities. But as we started doing the job, it was a torture. Those days, good old days, not these ladies, but good old days, सासू बहू को जिस तरह से सताती थी, अरे उससे भी बदतर मैं कहता हूँ हमने सहा. But after that, my practical experience, that same people will really respect you like anything. Please do something nice and bring it forward. Absolute satisfaction of what you have achieved in whatever sphere you are. Okay? Thank you.
घरी भांडी साफ केली, भांडी किती लोकांना साफ केली, मुलांनी पण काम ओके ओके ओके. तुम्हाला भांडी घासणे यात काय शिकण्यासारखं आहे? त्यात बरंच काही शिकण्यासारखं आहे. सांगा काय शिकला? एनिवन फ्रॉम दिस साइड. काय शिकलात? बरोबर. आई रोज मेहनत खूप करते. गुड. ओके, एनिथिंग एल्स? दिस साइड? बोला. काय 41? आता माझा प्रश्न आहे, तुम्ही भांडी घासता तेव्हा कुठल्या भागाला तुम्हाला जास्त घासावं लागतं? इनसाइड. हा, व्हेरी गुड. आय लाईक इट. हे तुमचं बाहेरचं आणि एक आतमधलं. खूप चांगले कपडे घातले, कोट घातला, टाय घातला म्हणजे माणूस मी घातला. त्याच्यासोबत काही गोष्टी आपल्याला फॉर्मलपणे प्रस्तुत करायच्या असतात, पण प्रत्येक वेळेस ते आवश्यक नसतं. म्हणून मी म्हणतोय की खूप चांगले मोठे मोठे ब्रँडेड कपडे घातले किंवा मोठे मोठे काहीतरी घातलं म्हणजे तुम्ही खूप चांगल्या तसं होत नाही. तुम्हाला चमकायचं ते कुठून? तुम्हाला जास्त घासावं कुठं लागेल? म्हणजे काय, तुमच्या आयुष्यात तुम्हाला व्हॅल्यूज म्हणजे मूल्यांचं पालन करावं लागेल. आणि जेव्हा तुम्ही मूल्यांचं पालन कराल, तुमच्यामध्ये मूल्य येईल, तेव्हा तुमच्यातलं व्यक्तिमत्व आपोआपच सहजपणे बाहेर.
मी वेदी वेलवेट फ्रॉम 3rd year IT. माझा क्वेश्चन असा होता की मला तुमचा काही मजेदार एक्सपिरियन्स ऐकायचे आहेत जे कॉलेज लाईफचे होते. जसं त्या काळामध्ये मूवीज वगैरे फार होत्या आणि ते नवीन होत्या म्हणजे, आणि म्हणून आताच्या काळामध्ये कसं आहे की ती नॉर्मल गोष्ट झाली आहे, मोबाईलवर सहज पाहता येतं, पण त्या काळामध्ये तसं नव्हतं. तर तुम्ही त्या काळामध्ये हॉस्टेलमध्ये जेव्हा राहत होता तेव्हा खूप सारे असे अविस्मरणीय क्षण असतील की जे तुम्ही टिपले असेल आणि ते मजेदार असेल तुमच्या फ्रेंड्ससोबत म्हणा किंवा स्क्वॅडसोबत, तर ते मला ऐकायचे आहे.
So every year we had 11, 12, 13 subjects, and every day we had more than 10 periods. So there was no chance of any time for looking at a movie even. But when the 6 monthly exam is over or the annual exam is over, then we are taking an RG, which means what? 3 movies in a day, 6 movies in 2 days, and so on. We never had time for movie.
One movie is so many times. 42 sides here.
Yes, but that is that all. But when we know that okay, tomorrow is the last paper, then we used to plan and say which one you want to see, which one you want to see. And the most important thing was, what is the budget? If there is a new movie, the ticket was 4 rupees, right? And 4 rupees was a lot of money at that time. So we were watching for theatres which will give a second row or second run movie, let us say Devananda or whosoever, at 1 rupee or 1.5 rupee. So that in the same budget we can see 4 movies tomorrow, 4 movies day after tomorrow, and then go to my hometown, to my home, whatever. So the movie was just an expression of freedom. Only when we had time, that means end of the semester, end of 6 months or end of a year, etc. And the last thing which was important in the movie was whether there were good songs in the movie or not. Because if there is a movie for 3 hours and there are 4 good songs or 5 good songs, the rest of the time what they do doesn't matter. Right? So whatever we work for applied materials or electrical machine design or whatever, the space here, we will all go with good music. And good music was the agreement of all the students for whichever movie it was. So if a movie had good song, whether it was Dharmendra, whether it was Nutan, whether it was Devanand, doesn't matter. Good song. So if you want to watch a movie again, right? Whenever there is a song going, when the song is over, oh, they are playing games, they are going around here and there, they are fighting. Who wants to care? Go on. Once again, next song starts, go back into the theatre. That is the way we saw movies. I don't know what is your thinking and your difference. Thank you.
मोठ्याने तसंच बोल, मोठ्याने.
मोठ्याने बोला ना ते इकडे.
करिअर IT. माझा प्रश्न होता, आता मी जसं डिफेन्सचं DGQLचं मी बघितलं प्रेझेंटेशन, तर
हॅलो, माझा एक डिफेन्सचा क्वेश्चन होता की सरांनी 50 वर्ष बघितलंय डिफेन्समध्ये, चेंजेस बघितले डिफेन्समध्ये, तर माझा क्वेश्चन होता की आतासाठी तुम्ही अपॉर्च्युनिटीज काय सांगाल आणि आमच्या पुढच्या जनरेशनला पण काय अपॉर्च्युनिटीज सांगाल डिफेन्समध्ये?
अपॉर्च्युनिटी बऱ्याच आहे. तुम्हाला मी ॲज अ सिव्हिलियन एंट्री करण्याकरता सांगितलं आहे, आणि मी सिव्हिलियन ऑफिसर होतो आणि सोल्जर म्हणून पण तुम्ही मिलिटरी अकॅडमीच्या थ्रू जाऊ शकता. तिथे सुद्धा तुम्हाला वरती ब्रिगेडियर जनरल या रँकपर्यंत पोहोचू शकता तुम्ही. ॲज अ सिव्हिलियन वेन यू एंटर इट, there is an entry point. I told you, entry point is at the employment action. Every year or every time, whenever there are vacancies are being published in the papers, and you can apply for that. Similarly, for Group A also, through EPS also you have got a lot of vacancies available. Now, your next question was that what are the future requirement? Nowadays, government policy is different, that they are cutting down the number of posts and streamlining the organizational pyramid. It is a different issue. Why government are not filling the vacancies and all that, but there is a dire need to fill the vacancies. In every organization, as I told you, DRDO, GPA, or ordnance factories, it is a core production what has started way back when we had independence. These ordnance factories were started at a time, and the government grow on this aspect so that the core equipment like ammunition, explosives, as well as tanks, TOT has been from the various countries like Russia and others, and equipments were manufactured in India. This process is still going on, but it is up to the government to decide on many policies, what equipment they require, what they would like to induct into the army, and how you like to develop that equipment in India.
इतर गोष्टी आपण स्वतः बनवतो. तर पूर्वीचा जो गव्हर्नमेंटवर एम्फसिस होता तो आता हे टेक्नॉलॉजी प्रूव्हन झाल्यानंतर खूप मॅन्युफॅक्चरिंग असं हँडओव्हर होते आहे प्रायव्हेट कंपन्या. खूप प्रायव्हेट कंपन्या स्वतःच्या डिफेन्स इस्टॅब्लिशमेंट आणि लार्ज इस्टॅब्लिशमेंट उभारतात, इन्क्लुडिंग टाटा, रिलायन्स, अंबानी, एव्हरीबडी इज देअर इन दिस, अँड इट्स अ व्हेरी लार्ज सेक्टर. सो इफ यू आर कीन ऑन दॅट, आय एम शुअर यू फाइंड द.
आणि ते बाहेर देशांना विकतो सुद्धा. दुसरी तुम्ही ऐकलं असेल, ब्रह्मास्त्र आपण फिलिपिन्सला विकलं आहे, आणि असेच सॉफिस्टिकेटेड इक्विपमेंट तुम्ही आता नवीन जनरेशनची आहात, तुमच्या मनातून डेव्हलप होत आहेत आणि आपण दुसऱ्या देशाला विकतो आहोत. आणि एकदा आपण असे ब्रह्मास्त्र वगैरे तयार करायला लागलो तर आपला म्हणजे इज्जत नक्कीच वाढेल आणि दुसरे देश आपल्यावर हल्ला करण्याचा विचार करू शकणार नाही. आज चीनसारखे देशसुद्धा म्हणजे जे बलाढ्य होते ते आपल्या देशावर घाबरत असतात. अवघड छोटे छोटे ते घाबरत नव्हते. ही सर्व किमया आहे नॉलेजची. तुम्ही जनरेशन जे आता वरती येतात, तुम्ही कंट्रीब्यूट केले तुमचे कंट्रीब्युशन.
And some with corporate research and development. So my last question to you all is that, so when you are like changing the job or leaving one organization, joining the other, which are the factors that you consider or you analyze before deciding to join other opportunity?
Thank you very much. First of all, I consider that you all thought me worthy of calling here and replying your question. Unfortunately, because whenever I go to my house and want to do anything, my granddaughter immediately said, "Dadu, ruk jao, aapko kuch nahi aata hai." And I was expecting something like that only, but probably you thought it worthy, so I will try to reply. Never think job as a job. As Vaidya has said, you find out what is your passion and follow the passion. You have got the basic qualification of getting engineering degree. That doesn't mean that you should do only engineering. If you have passion for engineering, don't do anything else. But if you think that you are good at singer, you can do something better in the music, so you can do research, follow it. So you will give your 100% to the job. And if you give 100%, you are definitely going to succeed. Nobody can stop you. So follow your passion, have the basic qualification. So somewhere in the life, if you find that I am failing and just for the financial reason I want to do something and support, you can get a job. So passion you can follow without qualification also, but don't do it. In the real world, we have to do something to live, to survive. So follow your passion, find out what you need. You may not get it one day, 2 days, but you will give yourself full day. Then you decide what you want to be in life. Accordingly, select a profile. Don't run after the company and their name. Big companies, you are one of the 1,000 fishes.
Million.
So try to get where you can get a job satisfaction. And for that, find a profile which suits you. Unfortunately, we had got no jobs. Because there were no jobs. Today I see this generation changing the jobs. Like we don't still change the clothes that fast. So, and remember one thing, you will be your subordinate. Most of the time, the moment we join a company, from second or third day, for anything going wrong, we say boss has done like this, boss has done like that. My subordinate, I have told him to do this job, he has not done. Sorry, you just cannot do it. If you are not happy with the job, please try to get out, find another job. Because disgruntled fellows, they can never help themselves, they cannot help organizations. So try to be happy. Money, as I said, it comes. Money is the secondary criteria, never think of money. Nobody can stop you from earning if you are best. And be true, as you have said to yourself. Be good as human being. Never try to pull others' leg to go up. Because if you are trying to pull somebody's leg and trying to go up, somebody else will pull you. But if it is known that he is helping each other, people will come and help you. Be a good human being. Be true to yourself. And again, we just said it. Never try to boast and speak lies. I know this. Openly say that I don't know. Please explain. There are no silly questions. Answers are always silly. So don't hesitate to ask the question. Because most times in the audience, why people, boys and girls are not asking? I was also not asking. Because whether others will laugh at me, okay, let them laugh. It is not the end of life for me. But I must ask my question, I must get my answer. So you will get opportunity in wherever you join, in seminars and other things. Start asking questions. That only will give you answer and satisfaction. And one more personal thing, start reading. You may read Kindle, you may read book, you may read electronic formats. Our generation likes still old things. I think I tried to tell you what you should look when you are trying to get a job. And I have got a book which is in my car. I'll leave it one copy here. Please try to buy as an investment. And if you can follow it, you will see that it's excellent.
Name of the book? Where your strengths lie. You also know what are your weaknesses. Weaknesses improve करण्याचा प्रयत्न करा आणि स्ट्रेंथ बनवा. When you are shifting from one organization to another organization, तिथे गेल्यानंतर मला काय मिळू शकते, माझा फायदा त्यांना कशा प्रकारे होऊ शकतो, त्याच्यातून मला काय फायदे मिळू शकतात ते याचा अनालिसिस करा, तरच शिफ्ट करा. शिफ्ट करायचं म्हणून करू नका. हे कंपनी मला आवडत नाही म्हणून मी इथून शिफ्ट करतो तिकडे चाललोय. कशावर ती कंपनी तुम्हाला चांगलं व्हॉट यू कॅन प्रोव्हाइड टू दॅट कंपनी, न्यू कंपनी, whenever you want to probably shift your employment from one to another, तर तिथे काय आहे, माझ्या स्ट्रेंथ्स काय ते मला माहिती पाहिजे, माझ्या विकनेसेस काय ते मला माहिती पाहिजे, काय अपॉर्च्युनिटीज ते मला प्रोव्हाइड करतात ते पाहायला पाहिजे. वी कॅन प्रॉब्ली गिव्ह ॲटलीस्ट आय हॅव गिव्हन लेक्चर फॉर ऑलमोस्ट 6 hours, बट आय एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट दॅट. स्वतः करा, स्वतः अनालाइज करा स्वतःला, स्वतःच्या स्ट्रेंथ पुन्हा वाढवायचा प्रयत्न करा, विकनेसेस कमी करायचा प्रयत्न करा. यू विल सर्टनली सक्सेड इन व्हॉट एव्हर जॉब यू आर. जनरल मॅनेजर्स व्हॉट सर्वांसाठी करतो ऑलमोस्ट अबाउट अ बिग प्रोग्राम. आय कॉल इट ॲज कल्चर डेव्हलपमेंट. एक लहानशी कहाणी सांगतो आणि मग मी थोडं एक 5 मिनिटं घेतो परमिशन, विथ परमिशन. तर तुम्ही म्हणाल थांबव 4 वाजले.
माझी काय घेतो
परमिशन आहे. एक मुलगा त्याच्या आईवडील त्याला घरी सांगतात, बाबा रे आंघोळ केल्यानंतर टॉवेल टेबलवर त्या बेडवर टाकू नकोस, सुकायला टाक तिकडे दोरीवर, कळत नाही तुला इंजिनियर झाला गाढवा. तर तू काय हे वडील आहे यार. आई म्हणते अरे त्या झाडांना पाणी दिलं का? पाणी झाडांना ना पडायला ते टॅप उघडी ठेवू नको, पाणी वाहते आहे. पाण्याची किंमत तुला आज कळत नाही, पुढे कधी कळेल. तो लाईट कसा चालू ठेवलाय, तो फॅन कसा चालू ठेवलाय, तो बंद कर. आई वडील त्याला असं खूप काय बोलतो. 1 वर्ष झालं, 1.5 वर्ष झालं, तो इंजिनियर झाला. त्याला वाटलं आता कमीत कमी आई वडील शांत होतील, पण आई वडील नाही काही शांत. त्याने बेडवर टॉवेल, हे इकडे, हे का चालू, हे का बंद, पाणी दिलं का, ते गेलं का, ते नाही गेलं का. आणि हा म्हणायचा बहीण आहे ना उषा, किसके लिए है वो काम करने के लिए, खाली खाना खाने के बाद में उठाने के लिए कौन है बहन है, उसको उठाना चाहिए. पण वडील आई सांगायचे की नाही हे तुझे काम. एक दिवस त्याला इंटरव्ह्यू आला. आई वडिलांना त्याला खूप आनंद झाला. इंटरव्ह्यू वडिलांना सांगितलं अरे सर्टिफिकेट सर्व एका फाईलमध्ये व्यवस्थित ठेव. जर तुझा इंटरव्ह्यू 10ला आहे, 9ला सकाळी घरून निघ, ऑटो रिक्षा कर, अर्धा तास लागेल, त्याला इतके पैसे लागतील, हा रूट घे, हे कर ते कर. काय बाबा तुम्ही, मला एवढी अक्कल नाही, मी इंजिनियर झालोय, कोणते सर्टिफिकेट घेऊन जायचे आहे, कोणत्या रूटने जायचं आहे, रिक्षा करायचा, किती पैसे लागतील हे मला माहिती आहे, मला तू कशा सांगतात. दुसऱ्या दिवशी सकाळी तो 9 वाजताला निघायचं होतं, तो 8:30 झोपून उठला. आंघोळ करून सर्व करेपर्यंत 9:15 झाले. आईने नाश्ता दिला. त्याच्या हातावर दही आणि कारण दही आणि साखर टाकली की जॉब नक्कीच मिळतो. ओके असं होत नाही हो. असं जर झालं असतं तर प्रत्येक आवडली दही साखर हातावर ठेवली असती, जॉब तुम्हाला मिळाला. ते फक्त टू बिल्ड अप युअर कॉन्फिडन्स की हा बेटा जा तू, तुला नोकरी मिळेल. वडिलांनी रिक्षा केला. हा नाश्ता करत असताना रिक्षा घेऊन आले, सांगितलं हा रिक्षा घ्या आता लगेच जा. हा रिक्षात बसला आणि हा काय माझ्या नेहमी माझ्या बाजू पडलेली असतात, कधी हे कर कधी ते कर, असं करायला पाहिजे तसं करायला पाहिजे, काय 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 विचार करता तो ऑफिस कधी आहे त्याला कळलंच नाही. तो खाली उतरला तेव्हा त्याला दिसलं की काही फुलांच्या कुंड्या आहेत त्या जागेवर नाही आहेत. त्याला आपण हाऊसकीपिंग म्हणतो, प्लेस फॉर एव्हरीथिंग अँड एव्हरीथिंग इन प्लेस. त्याला वाटलं अस्तव्यस्त आहे, त्याला एका लाईनमध्ये ठेवतो. त्यांनी आपलं त्या एक वॉटर टॅप चालू होती, त्यात ती वॉटर टॅप बंद केली. त्यांना कळलं वडिलांनी सांगितलं होतं वॉटर टॅप बंद कर, पाणी अमूल्य आहे, लक्षात ठेव. वॉटर टॅप बंद केली. समोर गेला, गेट जवळ आला, त्यांनी पाहिलं डोअर मॅट आउट ऑफ प्लेस आहे. त्यांनी पुन्हा ती व्यवस्थित करून ठेवली. आतमध्ये गेला, सर्टिफिकेट व्हेरिफिकेशन झालं. आतमध्ये त्यांनी सांगितलं की नाश्ता तयार. नाश्ता करायला गेला, प्लेट्स खाली पडलेल्या होत्या, त्याची डस्टबिन पेटवलेली होती, पण त्या वेस्टबिनमध्ये त्या प्लेट्स पडलेल्या. अर्ध्या प्लेट्स खाली होत्या, अर्ध्या कप खाली होते. त्यांनी ते सर्व उचलले, त्यात टाकले, हात धुतला, जागेवरून बसला. त्याची टर्न आली. जेव्हा टर्न आली तेव्हा चेअरमॅन त्याला विचारलं, हा बेटा तुझे वडील काय करतात? त्याला प्रश्न पडला. वाटलं की वडिलांनी लग्न लावलाय वाटते इथे पण वडिलांना त्यांना माहीत होतं. म्हणाला रमेश वी आर व्हेरी हॅपी विथ यू, हाऊ मच सॅलरी वुड यू लाईक टू टेक? काय सॅलरी? ओ साहेब इंटरव्ह्यू तर नाही वी हॅव ऑलरेडी टेकन युअर इंटरव्ह्यू. साहेब तुम्ही कधी इंटरव्ह्यू घेतला? नो वी हॅव ऑलरेडी टेकन युअर इंटरव्ह्यू. साहेब कधी? मला बघ त्यांनी सर्व ठिकाणी CCTV कॅमेरे लावलेले होते. त्या सर्व मुलांमध्ये हा एकटा मुलगा होता ज्याने ह्या सर्व गोष्टी व्यवस्थितपणे केल्या आणि याची निवड झाली. लक्षात ठेवा, ह्याला म्हणतात व्हॅल्यूज. आणि जेव्हा व्हॅल्यूज तुमच्या आतमध्ये यायला लागतात, लाईक ओपननेस, ट्रस्ट, रिस्पेक्ट, ह्युमिलिटी, ह्युमॅनिटी, प्रोएक्टिव्हनेस वगैरे वगैरे हे जे आहेत ते सर्व त्याला भरपूर आहेत. त्यामध्ये देर आर समथिंग लाईक ऑर्गनायझेशनल व्हॅल्यूज, समथिंग लाईक पर्सनल व्हॅल्यूज, यु नो वी कॉल इट ॲज हॉटेल. तर ह्या सर्व तुमच्यामध्ये येतात ना, तेव्हा तुमचं व्यक्तिमत्व खरोखरच. आणि ह्या व्हॅल्यू जेव्हा नेहमी त्याच्या व्यवहारात दिसून येतात तेव्हा तो माणूस कसा आहे कल्चर्ड आहे. कल्चर्ड म्हणजे मराठीत संस्कारी आहे. संस्कारी तेव्हाच होतो ज्याच्या आत व्हॅल्यूज असतात. ज्याच्या आत व्हॅल्यूज कमी असतात आणि निगेटिव्ह व्हॅल्यूज खूप जास्त असतात, तो माणूस, तो व्यक्ती, तो मुलगा, तो मुलगी, ती मुलगी कोणीही संस्कारी होऊ शकत नाही.
जैसे कल आप लोगों ने मेंशन किया था कि आप ऐसे बर्थडे पार्टीज में वगैरह गाना गाते, सायोनारा गाना एक बताया था, तो वो रिक्वेस्ट थी कि एक बार गाइए.
सायोनारा गाना
We have what you call coordinators for the each branch, right? आपल्याकडे 7 ब्रँचेस आहेत कॉलेजमध्ये, 7 इंजिनिअरिंगच्या ब्रँचेस आहेत. प्रत्येक ब्रँचला एक कॉर्डिनेटर किंवा 2 कॉर्डिनेटर आहेत. तर त्या लोकांचा एक ग्रुप फॉर्म करा असं मी सांगितलं. त्या लोकांचा एक ग्रुप फॉर्म करा. त्या कॉर्डिनेटर्सनी त्यांच्या ब्रँचच्या विद्यार्थ्यांचे जे प्रश्न असतील करिअर ते त्या ग्रुपमध्ये मांडावे, राईट. आणि आम्ही आणि आमच्या ग्रुपमधले जे एक्सपिरियन्स लोक आहेत किंवा ज्यांना इंडस्ट्रीमध्ये कनेक्शन्स आहेत ते लोक त्यांना मदत करण्याचा प्रयत्न करतील की हाऊ टू फाइंड ए गुड करिअर ॲट द एंड ऑफ युअर एज्युकेशन, राईट. सो आपल्या आत्ता जे प्रेझेंट आहेत सध्या इथे त्यातले कॉर्डिनेटर्स कोणी जर असले तर फक्त हात वर करा. आहेत का? आणि फक्त
साथ लेकर मुस्कुराते नजारों में आया, आज उड़ता हुआ एक पंछी जिंदगी की बहार उड़ाया. आज दुनिया जवा हो गई है, जिंदगी मेहरबा हो गई है. आज दुनिया जवा हो गई है, जिंदगी मेहरबा हो गई है. बहारों ये तो तेरी कहानी अब मेरी दास्तां हो गई है, अब मेरी दास्तां हो गई है. मिल गई कि मुझे मैं हंसी यादगार में आया, मैं हंसी यादगार में आया. आज उड़ता हुआ एक पंछी जिंदगी की बहार में आया. राज दिल जानते हो राजदारों में आया मैं राजदारों में आया
Very young alumni member of 1972 batch, pass out batch. A big round of applause for all these fellows. I, Dr. Manisha Vasanjape, alumni coordinator, on behalf of Government College of Engineering, Amravati, propose a vote of thanks from the bottom of my heart to all alumni for this memorable, marvelous and mind-blowing session. And I will be grateful to our principal, Dr. Mahendra sir, on behalf of you all to arrange one more such inspiring session as usual. It has been truly historic and epic program. I would like to thank respected Professor, Dr. Sir, Thakur Madam. A huge thanks to the entire program for this amazing arrangement. A big round of applause for Mani and our entire team. I'm sure the program was very nice.
Very nice.
Thanks to all who have supported this program in some way or other. आणि आम्हा सर्वांकडून तुम्हाला उत्तम दीर्घायुष्य सुख समाधान लाभो ही ईश्वरचरणी प्रार्थना.
धन्यवाद.
परत 75 इयर्स नक्की आमंत्रित आहे.
प्लॅटिनम 60 years.
तसेच तुमचे आशीर्वाद आमच्या सर्व विद्यार्थी आणि या महाविद्यालयाला मिळाले ही आशा. आणि शेवटी मी सांगू इच्छिते, क्षण आनंदाचे मिळवणे आपल्या सान्निध्यातून, धडे शिकलो जीवनाचे आपल्या अनुभवातून, निशब्द झाले शब्दही आमच्या कृतज्ञतेतून, जपून ठेवूया विस्मरणीय जीवनाच्या शिंपल्यातून. And with the permission of Chair, I declare this function to be end. Thank you.